Two teenagers and, well, just before we do that, stigmatization is threatening the Ghana Education Services school re-entry policy for pregnant adolescent girls and adolescent mothers. The policy is aimed at ensuring that the girl child attains her full potential by returning to school with or without pregnancy or even childbirth. Even though local school authorities are doing their best to sustain the policy, poor community support is slowly slowing down the expected outcomes. Join News' latest documentary dubbed Girls' School Pregnancy, produced by MFA Itiamwa Eli, details how some girls in the Akachi North district of the Volta region are braving the odds to get their lives back on track in spite of their current predicament. Here's an excerpt of that documentary.
School or delay their pursuit of academic excellence. This documentary, Girls' School Pregnancy, focuses on the lives of some pregnant adolescent girls and adolescent mothers, their quest to return to school, and how society is helping them or worsening their situation. Data from the latest multiple cluster indicator survey show that teenage pregnancy is most prevalent in Ghana's Upper West, Upper East, and Volta regions. The figures have not decreased significantly in the last 5 years, particularly in the Volta region. In the Akachi North district, figures are higher than the national average. So we travel to Avedakba, one of the communities in Akachi North, where teenage pregnancy is very common. In the Volta region, 6,000 girls were impregnated over a 2-year period. Social workers particularly are very concerned about the figures. They are working with local school authorities, parents, and community leaders to end the problem. Dai Wilkbe is the Volta Regional Director of the Department of Gender. She leads a team comprising officials from the Ghana Health Service and the GES to hold a special training session for pregnant girls and adolescent mothers. Among the objectives of the training is to encourage pregnant girls to return to school or take up a vocation to secure their future. It is also to empower adolescent mothers and pregnant girls on the forms, implications, and prevention of sexual and gender-based violence and child marriage. Nearly 30 pregnant girls and adolescent mothers in Ave are participating in the session.
Akachi North happens to be the highest recording district in the Volta region. Currently, Akachi North is recording about 22% of adolescent pregnancies. And what is more devastating for me is that about 4.5% of those pregnancies are children below 14 years, which is clearly cases of defilement.
16-year-old Joyce Achu is among several adolescent girls who got pregnant while in school. She left school when she was 8 months pregnant at the time. Her uniform wouldn't fit anymore and she couldn't afford a new one. She plans to return to school after giving birth and nursing her child for at least 2 years.
Can the nurse be a full as you would like a feel?
I never see a ville. Of Kaka, Miss Smova Madi. I'm a viola, master ball of poison. I'm a fan and Kaka de Vota. But you were Manon Vivi, the drum, Marco Plum Vivirota. But a Kupuna Jivia for Kodama Trova. Yagna maile nyama madame de Carabou avec Boulin. Time may you, madame, I have you.
Joyce is now her mother's responsibility, as is typical of teenage pregnancy stories. Her father is upset and will use any excuse to kick her out of the house. Her 22-year-old boyfriend has also refused to take responsibility for her because Joyce's mother has refused to let her live in with him.
And the documentary airs Tuesday, 18th October 2022 at 8:30 a.m. on Joy 99.7 FM and 8:30 p.m. on the Joy News channel. You don't want to miss it.